So, section 2.3, this is a very important section. From the topic, from the title, looks like you are going to learn the polynomial and the synthetic divisions. And actually, we learn more than just divisions. So when we are learning division, we want to pay attention on the remainder. So what's the remainder? For example, if you have 37 divided by 5. So 37 actually is 35 plus 2. Now 35 divided by 5, it can be evenly divided. But the remainder 2 cannot be divided by 5, so we just leave it there. So after you have division, you may divide and find your quotient. And if you have a remainder, then you write down the remainder, not the 2, is 2 over 5. So 37 divided by 5, this 5 will be the denominator, or you say divisor. And the 37 is the dividend. So you need to know all the vocabulary. Now, 37 divided by 5, answer is 7, right? When you reduce 5, you have 7. There's a quotient. Quotient is 7. And then when you are in the elementary school, teacher may ask you to say 37 divided by 5, answer, the quotient is 7. But the 7 times 5 is only 35, right? So the remainder is 2. That's when you are the elementary school students, you may do so. But mathematically, when you write down equal sign, you need to make sure left hand side equals to the right hand side. So how can you make a left hand side equal to right hand side? 7 and the and then 2, what means? So basically we want to say 37 divided by 5. It is the same as 37 over 5, a fraction. And then if you really want to divide, it will be, here is 7. But 7, you need to write down 2 over 5, not 2. Because 2 plus 7 is 9, right? So you have 7. So why is that? Because 37 divided by 5, 37 is 5 times 7 plus 2. So after you divide, you can distribute the 5 to the numerator. So you have 7 and the plus. This 2 supposed to be divided by 5, but cannot. So in other words, we can say this way. We can do this way. 37 divided by 5. 35 out of 37 can be divided by 5 evenly. But the rest of the 2 need to be divided by 5, but cannot do anything. So we just leave it there. Don't do anything. And then 35 divided by 5 is 7. And 2 plus 2 over 5, you just copy. Okay. So on the math class, every step you only do a little bit change. You change a little bit. And whenever you cannot do anything, what you do? You just copy. So copy is very important. And if you copy correctly, you make sure equal, equal, equal. Okay. So let me erase this. We don't write down this way. Okay, do later now. Okay. So remainder is 2. Quotient is 7. Remainder quotient is 7. Let me circle the middle. Okay, quotient is 7. And the remainder, I use the green color, is 2. And let me see. The divisor is 5. This is the divisor. Okay. And the dividend, what's dividend? I use this color. How about that? Dividend is 37. Okay. Now for the real number, 37 means 30 plus 7. 30 plus 7. And then when you divide by 5, wow, we don't do this way, okay? 37, you just use 37 and then choose the biggest possible quotient. Now, when you goes to a polynomial, then we do different way. Similar to the long division. Long division, 37 divided by 5. 5 times 6, only 30. And the 37 divided by 37 take away 30, remainder is 7. 7 is greater than 5. So you need to choose bigger number, which is 7. And the 37 take away 35, remainder is 2. 2 smaller than 5. That's good. So your remainder need to be smaller than 5. Smaller than divisor. When you are divided by the real number, then you follow this rule. You want to divide to have the remainder smaller than the divisor. But when we have a polynomial division, it's kind of same idea but different. I assume you learned that from Algebra 1, Algebra 2, and right now it's a review. Okay, so dividend will be inside. And the divisor will be outside. So divisor outside here. Okay. And after divide, you have a quotient. Quotient. Let me make it here. Here. Quotient. Okay. And then finally you have a remainder here, which is negative 261 remainder. And the divisor, still divisor. Okay, you have the same divisor. Now, how to do the long division? You try the long division. You don't divide the whole thing at once. Not like 37 divided by 5. You consider 37 as a whole. But for the polynomial division, every time you take care of the one terms. So is you divide the term by term. Okay. So first term is s cubed. Now, when you have the polynomial long division, we want to measure. Let me show you. Okay. First, you want to measure the s cube is gone. How you make a s cube is gone? You need to create the s cube, and after subtract, it will be gone. So s cube, you have x times x squared to create s cube, and then after you decide the s squared multiplied s become s cube, then s squared need to distribute to 5, so you have 5s squared. Now after you have 5s squared, subtract negative 5s squared, take away 5s squared, you have negative 10s squared. So next, you have to make something to disappear. Is you want to create a negative 10x squared. So in order to have negative 10x squared, let me choose other color. So see, we have green. So how you create a negative 10x squared? You times negative 10x to the x. And after that, this number, negative 10x, not only multiply with x, you also multiply with 5. So it will be have negative 50x. Now remember, you have subtract 2x, take away negative 50. So 2x take away negative 50x. It becomes 2x plus 50x. So you have 52x. Therefore, you have 52x. Let me change other color. Pink. Okay. Now, how you do the next step? Same thing, you want to have to create the same 52x. So you have to multiply 52 for both. 52 times 5, 260. And then after subtraction, negative 1, take away 250. 260. So become this the remainder. Okay? It will be the remainder. Now again, I said this section, you want to pay attention on the remainder. Why? I'm going to talk about it gradually. Okay? So right now we have number 2. You can go home, try to review the long division. Number 3. Same thing, use long division to divide. Now, when you divide, I want you to pay attention on something so you can understand. Very soon we are going to learn a new type of the division called synthetic division. We can understand it better. So when we are divide with 1 degree, the highest degree is 1 degree, then in the end, so for example, the previous question, you divide by first degree. So your remainder cannot have 1 degree, need to be 0 degree. So the degree of the remainder need to be smaller than the degree of the divisor. So when we have real number division, you say remainder need to be smaller than the division. But when we have division for polynomial, you have to compare with degree. Degree of remainder need to be smaller than the degree of the divisor. Therefore, first you want to create a 5. You want to create a 5x squared. So you might multiply 5x to here. Then you get rid of 5x squared. So 5 times 6, negative 30. With subtraction, take away negative, become plus. So you have 8. And the next step, you want to get rid of, you want to create an ax and subtract, make it gone. So negative 6 times 8 is is negative 48. Take away negative 48. So it means you have negative 48, take away negative 48, become negative 48 plus 48 equals 0. So your remainder is 0. Now from this example number 3, I would like you to pay attention on something very important. What's the quotient? 5x plus 8. What's the remainder? 0. So in other words, this answer is 5x plus 8. Okay. Now, if I write down this question in other way, for example, if you have 35 divided by 5 equal to 7, do you believe 35 equals to 5 times 7? Yes, these two multiply equals to 35. So when we have this one divided by this one equal this one, in other words, these two multiply will be the dividend. So dividend will be the divisor multiplied with the quotient. And when there is no remainder, you can simply just say, you can factor. When divide evenly means you can factor this dividend to two factors. The first factor is the divisor. And the second factor will be the quotient. Okay. Now, if you have a remainder, then you cannot factor. So that's a different story. But when the remainder is 0, then means you can factor the dividend to divisor multiply with quotient. Okay. And then number 4, same thing. We can try the long division. Long division, I said, how you decide this number, because you want to create this number to be cancelled out with the dividend. So keep going. I show my work. You can go home and read. And how to do the calculation is important, but it's a review. So you go home, try. But here, the new idea I would like you to learn is this dividend. (12x cubed) take away 35x squared plus 33x minus 10 is equals to the divisor 4x minus 5 times quotient. Quotient is this one. And the plus what? Plus 0. Okay? Same thing here, this one plus 0. Number 8. This is long division again. So same thing, I show my work. I would like you to read it by yourself. Now this long division, x squared times x squared is x fourth. So by this way you can cancel out. And you distribute to have these two. And the same thing you subtract. Be careful, it's subtraction. And repeating the same process. Now, Pay attention on the remainder. So you have the remainder here. Now, how you write down your answer? The quotient plus remainder, but remember, remainder need to be divided by the divisor. So let me show you some work here. Okay. So here we have 5x cubed minus 15 take away 20x plus x fourth. Oh yeah, that's something I want to talk about, mention is when you want to do long division, you want to rearrange your polynomial, your dividend by the descending order, 4, 3, 2, 1, and the 0 degree. And when there's a gap, there's no x squared, you need to reserve the place for 0 x squared, so you can keep going. Okay, that's very important. Okay, and then this division means you have a denominator, x squared take away x minus 3. After you divide your quotient, x squared plus 6x plus 9, that's a quotient, and the plus 7x plus 12, divided by the same divisor. Now, I want to show you something very important, okay? This divisor. And the quotient means you are able to get rid of the divisor, right? Now, let me try to multiply everything x squared minus x minus 3. Multiply x squared minus x minus 3. Multiply x squared minus x minus 3. Okay? If I multiply the divisor for each term, each individual term, then I should be able to cancel out the divisor, cancel out the divisor. So by doing so, my dividend 5x squared, 5x cubed minus 20x. Well, I have x fourth degree first, right? So if I write down in the by the descending order, I have x fourth plus 5x cubed take away 20x take away 15 from here because this cancel out. So you have only dividend, and then you have x squared plus 6x plus 9, and then times x squared take away x minus 3, and then plus your remainder, which is 7x plus 12. Okay? So in other words, your dividend equals to quotient. We say quotient. Okay? Times your divisor. And this we call it polynomial. Dividend we use P or X, don't use D or X. Okay, P or X. Divisor use D or X, and the plus remainder. When the remainder is 0, then we say it's evenly divided and can be factored. But most of the time, remainder is not 0, then you just write down the remainder. So when you have the polynomial and you factor with not the factor, you write down the factor form and the plus the remainder, it becomes kind of a formula for you. Okay, so right now I want you to gradually understand. From number 5, you understand. If you have division, basically you can change the division to become a fraction. So a division basically means the fraction. A fraction means division. Okay. Fraction means division. And this fraction, if you write down in the fraction form, your remainder need to be divided by the divisor. But if you get rid of the divisor, then your quotient need to multiply with the divisor. And then it becomes this form. Very important form. Okay, so I would like you to memorize this. P of x, if you divide by a divisor, you may have a quotient. So these two quotients multiply together. If there's no remainder, then it will be totally evenly factored. But sometimes, most of the time, we have 2 plus the remainder. Remainder means you cannot be divided, and then you just leave the remainder. So number 6. Number 6. Number 6. I would like you to pay attention on this. Synthetic division. Use synthetic division. Okay, let me change color to red color to make it look better. Okay, let me see. Let me erase those marks so you can see better. Okay, so right now, pay attention on this. Synthetic. Okay, let me do it better. Okay, synthetic division. That's the new thing. So synthetic division, we make a long division shorter. That's what it means. So make long division shorter. How you make a long division shorter? So I will stop the video here, and then I'm going to make a second video started from number 6 and teach you how to learn the synthetic division. Okay, so see you next time. Bye bye.